Hello and welcome to another episode of Just As Cher Live. And today, considering all that's going on everywhere you're hearing right now, it's all about networking, because that's pretty much the only constant, the only thing that we can bank on doing. And so today I'm all about the networking double down. And of course, guys, you know, it's all about the timer, making sure that I have that in play to keep me honest, but I can't stay honest unless I press start. So the timer begins, and in 30 minutes or less, I promise you some of the best networking techniques that you can use right now to build your professional network. Because, I mean, at least, let me center myself a little bit more. There, much better. So at least we have that as we continue to, I don't know if it's waiting out the storm. I don't even know. We don't know what to expect. But like I said, what we do know is that the sun will come out, maybe not tomorrow, but it's going to come out. And how do you come out on the other side? And what are the things that you can do? And one of the things that I know for sure you can do is network. And if you have any other career building people in your network, LinkedIn people, social selling people, they're all telling you the same thing right now. You need to double down on networking. But the question I'm getting more than anything else is, well, how do I do it? What am I supposed to do, Cher? What makes sense? Because the one thing that I'm noticing now, and you guys are probably noticing it too, is like everybody's talking, you can't go anywhere without talking about COVID, especially on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, the news, everywhere. It's just everywhere. And it is going to be something that we're talking about. But at this point, a lot of people still are focusing on work, focusing on what they can accomplish for wherever they're accomplishing it. A lot of people, obviously, most people right now are working from home. But what I'm also noticing is more people are coming on and building their professional network on LinkedIn right now. People who have never been on LinkedIn before, other than to have some sort of semblance of a profile, they're now getting on there and they're kind of like looking around. Okay, they're like that lonely person at the party. We're trying to figure out this whole LinkedIn thing because they have the time. So you might also want to look out for those people that, you know, they've been in your network for a while and you've just never seen them like anything. And then all of a sudden they're there. They're literally looking around. They're actually looking for friends. No, they're not that desperate. But seriously, they are looking for solid connections. And I want you to be that solid person. So in today's episode, we're going to be talking, I'm going to give you, I give 5 or 6 strategies, and they're pretty golden. So I know you can use them. And as well, I have the easiest scroll stopper. So those of you who don't know me, my name is Cher Jones, and I am a corporate social media trainer that specializes in helping corporate professionals as well as entrepreneurs serving corporate to develop powerful personal brands and use social media online use social media for work at work. And it's a thing now that is becoming huge. And of course I do it virtually and in person when that ever happens again. But what I want to do today is, in my scroll stopper, I want to show you one of the easiest, most awesome posts that could get a lot of attention coming your way. So I'll show you this. I've never seen something so easy, but yet it did so well. So I'm going to show you that as well. And in Tap That App, I have a very interesting, I tried it this weekend. It was amazing. And it's a way to bring people together and finding the right things to bring them under and carry a conversation. It's a really cool app that you'll be able to use with friends and family too, but I'm going to give you a business application for it, which might be really, really cool. And of course, if you have questions, you know I got answers. So I will give you the A's to your Q's coming up later on in the show. So in the meantime, of course, what I want to do is make sure the world can hear me. That is important. And that I'm actually broadcasting, because that's also important too. So we'll see as I check in with you guys right now. And yes, I see I'm broadcasting. And Ooh, people have already shared the show. You guys, sharing is caring, so I appreciate you. But I've already eaten to 5 minutes, almost 5 minutes of my time. And now I'm reclaiming my time because I want your time with me to be incredibly valuable. So let me just check in the comments to see who's here before I dive deep. Bertina, hello, all my Team Livers. So those of you who are watching Team Live right now, let me know. And if you're watching Team Replay, I love you too. You guys are still on my team. So let me know in the comments below. You see all my regulars, they know what's up. They're already in the comments, Team Live, which I'm loving. Erin says it's her favorite show. That's just because I'm her bestie. And oh my gosh, Erin, I miss you. Whitney, social connecting. That's what I'm talking about. The whole social distancing thing, by the way, it really bothers me because it's not about social distancing. It's like physical distancing. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but I feel like they use the wrong word because we are social creatures. But anyways, I'm going to teach you all about networking. And Unique, digging it all. Thank you very much. Gary, LaQuanza. Oh my gosh, LaQuanza, I haven't seen you in a while. Hi. Live anyways. And Carl, salut. Hello, Team Live. Shelly. Hey, Shelly. Lisa from Canada. All right, my Canadian sister. Let me see. Nakia, Paulette, Stephanie, Afsen. You know what? I want to send you a DM later because I want to make sure that anytime I see you in the future, because you always show up for me and I appreciate you, that I say your name right because I owe you that. So I'm going to DM you. And let's see. Chad is here. Keith is present. Martin, Melanie. Oh my gosh. I feel like it's like I'm just doing my roll call. Okay. Robert, Michelle. All right. This is the first Team Live with me. Thank you, Michelle. Okay. So I'm going to reclaim my time, come back into you guys later because, oh man, I love being able to interact with you. And Martin's Team Live. All right. And yes, faith is greater than fear. And Carlina, she's live from tuning in from Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, for those of you who've never heard of that, and Cornelius. Okay, so ready to jump into this? I am, because it's all about the networking double down. I had fun with that title, but anyways, yes. So what I want to know from you guys in the meantime, have you, as of this whole COVID thing, have you started to double down on your network yet? On your networking, your professional networking, are you doing it? I know a lot of you are because I'm seeing more of you online. But I want to know, have you guys started to double down? So Afsani, did I get that right? Let me know. I'm going to message you anyway because I want to like have it so I can say it all the time. But thank you for breaking it out phonetically. Hello, Diana, Dancing Diana. And yes, Martin says he thinks physical distancing is a way better term. I absolutely agree. And wow, Bavaria, Germany. Love it. Florence. Hey, Flo. Okay. All right. Doubling down. So you're double downing way down in Australia. Love it. Okay. So let me get over myself and start teaching you guys right now. Okay. So the first thing that I wanted to talk to you is again about the networking double down. I got some really cool tips. And the first one that I want to remind you guys, and I've talked about this before, it's build your target list. The easiest thing to do in social is to get distracted. And I'm finding that especially right now with all this information coming at us, all of this stuff flying at our faces, it's like you can literally go down a rabbit hole and you could have come on to LinkedIn or Instagram or Twitter or wherever you wanted to network. And then all of a sudden, networking is forgotten because of all the content that is coming your way, because there's an influx of content as well, because there are a lot more creators with a lot more time to give you valuable content that you need. So it's like squirrel all over the place, shiny objects all over the place. But what we need to do is be very centered and focused with a list. So that target list could include people, it could include titles. So you're starting to look for these people, and you're starting to find out where they congregate. It could be people in general. And I want you guys to remember that with this targeted list, networking is a long-term game. Like I said at the beginning of the show, for those of you who didn't catch the beginning, it's a long-term game. So you got to play the long, like you got to play it long. It's not something that, Cher, I've been working at this over a week and I've got nothing. Well, you're not going to have anything. But if you are working that list, and here's how the targeted list works. One, you get a very focused idea of who you need to be building connections with based off of your long-term goals. Again, that word long-term, it's important, right? Also, before you go willy-nilly all over your news feed, maybe you need to check in with 1 or 2 a day. So you could have a list of 25. Some people have a bigger list as well. And so those are some of the things that you can be doing, but you have that list and it gets you centered, it gets you focused. Because like I said, I've been struggling with focus. I don't know about you. Let me know in the comments because it's hard. But as we smooth into this ride, we're going to have to focus, right? It's not hocus pocus. It's all about focus. So get that list going. So you got a list to work when you spend intentional time doubling down on your networking efforts. The next thing that I want you to do, and because a lot of people are like, okay, Cher, but where do I find these people? Of course, going to the company pages is a great way to look for people, but it doesn't necessarily give you active people online. One of the best places that I find to grow your network, even outside of your targeted list, is find content that draws community. So for example, this right now, do you know how many people are in this in this feed right now, commenting and liking and showing love, which I appreciate. But these are the people that you want to start networking with because they're active and you don't know who they know. And you can also start building relationships. So one of the things that I can suggest you do is connect in the comments of the community drawing content. There is a lot of amazing content out there, and you want to make sure that you follow follow the people, connect with the people who are bringing people together through their content, because birds of a feather flock together, and it just brings in that right caliber of awesome people. So you gotta watch the type of content that you're networking in the comments, because some of them are toxic. Yes, even on LinkedIn. So you got to be careful because you also associate yourself with the conversation going on in the content. But at the same time, if it's good content, you will find good people. Trust and believe. The amount of people who have connected with me and told me that it ain't even about you, Cher, it's about the people I met because of your content. My gosh, that is amazing. And I'm sure there's people right now who can say exactly that. Yeah, Cher, I've been watching your videos, but it's the people that you bring together. And I love that. That's like part of my job. I love to bring people together. So yes, I want to make sure that you're doing that. So that's the next thing. Here's something that I'm seeing as a trend that as a result of everything going on, it's blowing up right now. And these are online events. So Move the Dial. So if you guys search hashtag Move the Dial, they did an incredible networking event, online networking event. They had speed networking and everything. I can't remember, they had this software that they're using or platform they're using called hopin.to or something like that. And it was literally, they had breakout rooms and speed networking plus presentations, and they had some more going on today. I wasn't able to attend, but I missed out. I missed out, and I'm sad that I did. I heard it was incredible. So you want to look for those online events, and more events that were supposed to happen are going online and they're going for free. And you can start to search those hashtags of the events, start to also network with the people. So get in the comments, because that's what it's for. And then find those people on LinkedIn afterwards and make the connection referencing the event. I'm telling you right now, people are so hungry for professional community out there that this is where you will find it. And especially when you're looking to network within people within your industry, this is where you will find them. And maybe perhaps if you have it in you to collaborate and create an online event. There's a lot of different portals out there right now that you can do that with. So that's something that you may want to do. The next thing that I want you to have is a check-in strategy. So in your targeted list, there might be people that you want to check in on. So they might be people that you have already started the process of doing business with, but everything comes to a halt. How do you come in, hey, awkward, I want to do business with you, but I don't know what's going on. I sat in, and this is not my strategy, but part of being a good trainer is learning from other good trainers. I sat in on a sales training strategy by John Barrows, and one of the things that he was I just lost my voice. One of the things that he was telling us to do as a great check-in strategy is literally check in where people are right now, because there's no answer that's wrong. So literally he's like, hey, just wanted to check in to see how you're doing. First of all, because that's always right now, you always have to check in on people, see how they're doing. And also, all things considered, I wanted to just see where you're at as far as business, because I know it's crazy right now. So just let me know. Is it one? Yes, we're ready to go. We're in there. We're ready to go. Two, one is we're ready to go, business as usual. Two, we're kind of on a wait and see mode. Or three, not everything is locked down, right? So giving that person those easy outs or an easy way to answer is a great way to check in with them, especially if you had something in the mix. And then also within your check-in strategy, it could be checking in with other pieces of content. So for example, one of the things that you can do based off of your target list is thinking about, well, what kind of content can I use to check in with somebody? Sometimes it may be humor. Sometimes it may be really valuable stuff, or sometimes it could be wellness stuff. But remember, when you're checking in with content, especially in the DMs, hold on a sec, guys. You have to remember that you're competing with a lot of noise out there, and you're also competing with that person's attention and time. So when you're checking in, and if you're sending content, don't send weak ass content. Make sure it's good. And also when you're checking in with them, tell them why you think it's for them. So these are different check-in strategies that you can have. And another check-in strategy that I wanted to share is it's kind of connected to the check-in strategy, but it's a separate one altogether. Have targeted help offers for people you really want to get in front of. So that could be going in, and this is all DM stuff, by the way, because this is that relationships, they really get accelerated on the DMs, right? So you want to have a targeted help offer. And this is where you could have, let's say, for example, one thing that I've been rolling in my head is having an exclusive, and I mean exclusive, not going onto my list, not going publicly, but doing an exclusive webinar for a particular set or a particular ideal client, and doing an exclusive webinar for them and having it almost like a fireside chat kind of webinar and highly targeted information. And that would be something that I could check in and invite somebody to, or, just offering an hour of their time, or me offering an hour of my time, a free session so they can experience me without the expectation of anything in return. Again, I'm talking about the long-term play, the long play here. And this is just about, getting that experience with me and being somebody who is offering help and of service and being very strategic in the help that I'm offering, so that it is something that it's like an offer you can't refuse because it is so relevant to right now. So that's what I want you guys to think about. Last week's Scroll Stopper was all about Patrick posting an offer that to nonprofits that he's willing to give an hour away of his time for free consulting on crisis communications and what to do in this situation to nonprofits. So again, you could go in the DMs, slide in the DMs with a target offer to help people. And finally, I want to show you, and I'll show you this in just a moment, is use the DM toolbox. A lot of you, some of you, my OGs, my Just Ask Cher livers, you guys are OGs. You guys know about this toolbox because I love it. But those of you who are new to the show or relatively new to the show, you might not even know this exists. And this is like the secret, not so secret toolbox, which I will show you in a second. So what I want to do right now is find out what you guys think, and we get back into the comments. In the meantime, let me know with some love, with some clapping, with some it's like moments of, oh, I got it. Whatever it is, whatever emoji you want, just show me that this worked for you, right? In the meantime, let me see what y'all are saying. Yes, Martin says it is the long game. Absolutely agree. Lisa says focus is the word of the week. Oh my gosh, is it ever, right? And I love what Tony says. She says pace yourself as well. Yes. And that's when you're playing a long game, you do have to pace yourself and set your expectations. I totally agree. I'm loving these comments, and you see the community, see how much, when you also participate in the community, people get to see how smart you are. Cause I've like the smartest people right now. And Bonnie's like, yes, it's all about connection and community right now. I mean, that's all we can, at least that's the one constant, the one staple right now. And I love this. Tony says we tend to feel guilty when we don't accomplish our goals. Pace, accountability. I agree. And I've been dealing with that guilt actually this week. So now is the time, and I totally agree. And then of course, Daryl's like, better voice message too. Exactly. It's all about those voice message. And I'm going to show you where to do that. Let's see. And Bonnie says, more important than ever to strike with the right connections, and no frozen, no cold pitches. We don't do frozen pizzas. We are right now. But no frozen pitches. It's funny because I watched Daryl and Bonnie on another live, on Daryl's live yesterday. And we joked about the next time we get a stone cold pitch, we need to respond with a stone cold response. Your pitch is dead to me. I know, I'm so extra. But yes, there's so much content in here. Finally, Rebecca says, finally landed on an idea to pivot and connect with my ideal client and building a new program. Congratulations. And of course, I feel like you, Rebecca, because my ideas have been spinning, but it's about taking action. I love it. Okay. And yes, community is powerful, especially in these times, and sharing depth of knowledge with a targeted group. Authenticity wins. Oh my gosh, you guys are awesome. Okay. So now let's get to this secret, not so secret toolbox that I want to share with you guys. So give me 1 second and let me switch over here. Full screen. That's what I want. Okay. So this toolbox is only available on mobile. So I get a lot of people, it's like, how do you send voice messages? But they're doing it from the desktop and therefore you can't do it from the desktop. So here you go. So let's say, for example, I want to send Dr. Maurice a message, or first a voice note. For those of you who have never sent a voice note before, which are the best things of life. Well, the best things of networking, right, guys? Like seriously, if you haven't sent a voice note yet, oh my gosh, where have you been? But you're about to game change everything. So let's get back to the screen here. So you're going to hit that little microphone button. And when you do, you can either hold that microphone button down, or this little circle will pop up. You hold that down and you speak. And you can record up to 1 minute. And you can't listen to it back, so it's kind of good. It just forces you to get it out. And you can either cancel it or send it. And that's all you have to do. So what I know for sure is that voice notes are so hot right now. Who knows what they'll be like in a year, but they are fire hot, like I see in the comments. So, but they really are. They're such a powerful way to connect in often very feeling impersonal world. These human connections are going to matter so much more. So let me get back into the full screen here. All right. So next up, guys, this is where the money's at. So if you have never seen what I'm about to show you, pay attention, boys and girls. I'm going to go fast. All right. So that plus button right there, that is the secret key that unlocks this. Bet you didn't see that before. And what this is an incredible set of tools that you can really, especially in your targeted networking strategy, you can slide in there and really get connected. So you see the attachment you can send. So that's a document. You can send somebody photos. You can pull out your camera. You can send them a video message for free. There are other tools that I like. So I'm a dub a dub user, and basically it allows me to send video messages and I can track, and there's so many cool things. However, right now, if you just want to try it, you can send somebody a video message, which is incredible. But my favorite piece right here is the second last one at the bottom, and it's the availability button. So this allows you, if you are setting up times to have a phone call with somebody and you don't have your own calendar, this availability button, if you press it, it opens up your calendar and you can select times that you are available. It is so incredible. This is like my favorite, like absolutely favorite tool of all time. So now you guys know where this secret toolbox is, for those of you who didn't know before, but this stuff is awesome. It will supercharge, it will accelerate your networking efforts like never before. So I want you to take advantage of this. And of course, my time, I'm trying to reclaim my time, and I'm like already 5 minutes-ish. All right, I'll try to keep it honest, but I want to show you the scroll stopper. And this one's so basic, so it won't take me too long, but it's so dope. So check it out right now. Today's scroll stopper is brought to you by Lucretia Davis, and she is a career development teacher and speaker, helping career coaches scale their business on LinkedIn. So I love what she says, which totally aligns with Tony's comment today. Stop judging yourself for not being where you thought you'd be in your career yet. That's it, guys. Let me give you a closer look. Stop judging yourself for not being where you thought you'd be in your career yet. Do you see those 680 pieces of engagement? And she just posted this 5 days ago. This is something that is 15 words, and look what it got her. 15 words, basic, but very powerful. And it's a feel-good statement. And this is something that you can definitely... Sorry, guys. I'm not ready to end the show yet. But this is a feel-good statement. That's something that you guys can leverage, right? Also, what you can do is, this is one of those feel-good statements, one of those need to hear this statements. And there's a lot of things that we need to hear right now. But she kept hers so basic at 15 words. 15 words, that's it. And 680 pieces of engagement. I don't know how to call it anything else. But also, I want to remind you guys, don't overthink this, because clearly it's just something so basic and necessary, and you can do it too. But the one thing I don't want you to do is don't overdo it. So don't overthink it or overdo this type of content. You definitely don't want to do that, because at the end of the day, you don't want to be that one-liner person. But it is powerful when you use it and you get the right stuff. So coming up next on Tap That App, 2Ps, keep your mind where it needs to be. I love this strategy, and it's actually this app-ish thing. So let me show it to you. And I got to experience it actually last Friday. And basically, so let me show you. This is like fire. This is money. And it was just such a great way to bring people together. So check this out. Netflix party. And you're out, don't worry, I'll make a business connection in just a second. So basically, this is a Chrome extension that allows you to have a Netflix party. So meaning that you can watch, as long as they have a Netflix account, you guys can watch at the same time. And there's a chat window going on. So it is really cool because you're seeing the movie, there's a chat window on the side, everybody's participating. So I was invited with a bunch of female entrepreneurs to watch I can't remember the name of it, but it's the CJ Walker story that just got released this weekend on Netflix. And a bunch of entrepreneurs, they even used an Eventbrite page and a Facebook group to pull people together. So this was done by Liberty, and it was, who else? Sherry. And it was just dope. It was really, really, really awesome. And what happened was it brought a whole bunch of people together. So imagine having, and this is the business application that I want to bring together, is imagine having a watch party for a business documentary, right? Where you're bringing a group of people together. I think it's an awesome idea, I'm just saying, or at least use it with friends and family. So that's netflixparty.com. Check it out. I thought that app was fire. And the use as far as bringing it in, if you have a group, bringing it in, have people watch together, amazing. I loved it. So I really enjoyed it. So try it out, or at least try it with your friends and family. Great way to stay connected. But I really think that there are business use cases for this as well. So I'm just saying, giving you ideas, that's what I do. Anyways, I wanted to remind you guys, if you don't want to miss a post from me, all you have to do is make sure you're following Just Ask Cher. And let's go back to my face here. And of course, I'm going to look in right now. If you guys have any questions, the timer's already going to stress me out. So let me pause it. Okay, I won't steal too much of time, I promise. All right, so let me see what you guys are saying in your questions right now. Okay. Oh, poor Gary. You missed how you got to that secret toolbox. So Gary, all you need to do is open up a message to somebody, and on the left, you'll see a plus button. The minute you hit that plus button, and it has to be in your mobile app, you will see the secret toolbox. So, and trust me, if you have trouble, just message me or wait for the replay, and then you can watch this part. So do that. Everyone loves a voice memo. I'm hearing you, Shanae, and love video messages. And Stephanie's like, wow, I love this. I love it. Thank you guys. And Florence says, I'm blowing your mind. I love it. That's what I do. That's what I want to do, guys. And yes, Randall said, you will impress people with the toolbox. I agree. Randall is a hardcore voice noter. I know, because we send voice notes back and forth all the time. And Doris says, yes, I use voice notes all the time. Perfect way for her to network as a voice actor. It's like, yeah, it's perfect. And similar to airtime. Yes, I haven't tried airtime, Charles, but I'm going to check that out. Lori says, wow, love that. And love the Netflix app too. Michael says, hey. And, Persian New Year. Used it celebrating Persian New Year. Love it. Any advice? So Katisha's saying, any advice for content whose businesses have closed on how to engage with the audience now? Now is more than ever. So what you need to do is, maybe one of the things that I would say is about getting back into your followers. So I would suggest for any business right now who has an Instagram feed or who has followers in their personal or professional, like their company page, for example, now is the time to reach out to them to see how they're doing. And look for that curated, that content that really is going to be a gift to them. And maybe there's some specialized offers. And maybe it's not about selling right now. The selling happens. Selling will happen if it's the right time and the budget's there and people need what you're selling. It will happen. But we have to recognize this is unprecedented time, so we can't expect the sale. But that's what I would say to you, Katisha, is just reach out, or have your clients reach out, go through old posts and see who's engaged on old posts, then go and engage on their posts so that you can reignite those relationships just by liking their stuff, wishing them, because everybody's posting about COVID anyways, so you can go and reach out and see what they're doing. But that's another way to find people who have liked your stuff in the past, as well as if you have a customer list, going to them directly. And if you have an email list, letting them know what you're posting on social would be another good thing as well. Okay, so LaQuanza says it's a good idea to use for team building activity. That's a great application for it, for the Netflix party app. I love that, especially as many companies are allowing employees to work from home. Exactly. Team building, Netflix. That's a good idea. I love it. Okay. Gurpreet, hi, how are you? And let's see. Toolbox it is. And then, yes, I did give you the voice note preview, Cornelius. And you're right, Matt, it does give you that personal connection. And engage via podcast and inspire. Oh, exactly, Michael. I love it. And okay, so guys, those were my A's to your Q's. Do you see this community that's happening right now? Get in there, network, get in the replay, or get into the replay again and network with these people. Pause, connect. You can pause the broadcast when it's not live and start connecting with people, reaching out, just replying to their comments. This is the way to be. Okay. So coming up next, I'm at this point doing a week-to-week thing with my content. So it depends on what comes up, what I see comes up with my clients. I thought about doing an episode on niching because a lot of people struggle with that. I just don't know if that's, while it's a big struggle, I don't know if the struggle is real right now. So really trying to focus on the needs of now. And so we'll see what next week is. But I promise dopeness. I give it all the time. Because that's my brand. If you learn something, that makes me feel good. So I want to make sure that you guys are fed when you watch me live or on the replay, of course. And I want to remind you, of course, that sharing is caring. And if you didn't, at the end of this broadcast, I would absolutely love it if you could share this with your network. And that would really help me out. And I'd really appreciate it. And of course, don't forget the thumbs up if you haven't liked anything yet, but it's kind of hard to do. So yes, don't forget the love. I appreciate you guys so much. And stay tuned for next week. In the meantime, I'm coming out with a few new series, some content. Like Scrollstoppers is going to take on its life of its own. So that's coming soon. And as well, I want to make sure that I'm just feeding you guys. So if you guys have questions, episode ideas, let me know in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching. And guess what, guys? I'll see you next week. And of course, in the meantime, let me see if I can get...